Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your March Tarot and Oracle card reading. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Saliba, and I am a CTC therapist and a Reiki therapist. Today, I'll be using the Giant Rider Waite Tarot deck, and to clarify, I'll be using the Elemental Oracle card deck. And I'll also be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies to clarify. Okay, but for those who haven't tuned in with me before, I'll just fix my computer. Sorry about that, Cancer. For those who haven't tuned in with me before, I usually meditate with my spirit guides and my angels before I pre-shuffle. Sorry, I just got lost there. Before I pre-shuffle, and I have a message for you, my beautiful Cancerians. A quick message. Let me see. I heard create the job, create the wealth. Okay. And if you create that job for some of you, Spirit is saying create that job. If you have, this is a general reading, okay? And it may or may not apply to all of you. So this may be for some. If you have an idea, even if it's just small, Spirit is saying to go through with it, okay, to persevere. Okay, so don't be afraid, basically. And I also saw a parade, and I saw marching, okay? And to me, some of you may receive some sort of recognition, okay, or a promotion this month in March, okay? And that's all. I heard some sort of American song, it's like they were marching. People were marching to this American anthem. So I don't know what anthem that is, but I generally hear that when I'm watching a movie. It's before a boxing match. So I don't know whether some of you are into boxing, or it could have something to do with a musical instrument. I don't know whether some of you are part of some sort of band or choir or something like that. This could be some sort of important month for you. So, just take that into consideration. So, for those who haven't tuned in with me before, sometimes I do this spread, not all the time. And by the way, I'm so sorry that I'm late. I haven't been too well. And that applies for last month in February, but hopefully this spread will make up for it. This energy is your recent past, Cancer. This energy is your present energy. This is your course of outcome. No. Not your course of outcome. Your course of action. So sorry, Cancer. This is your course of action. This is your outcome. See, I'm all over the place. It's not very good. Okay, now let's start with your recent past. Now you have the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, came in the reverse. The High Priestess upright is all about balance, all about clarity. This energy, if you had this upright, you would have a lot of clarity, a lot of knowledge. You'd have you'd be in balanced, okay? You'd feel lot of balance. You'd be very intuitive. The High Priestess is very intuitive. With this coming out in the reverse, though, there's that lack of clarity that, you're feeling out of balance, okay, at the moment. Maybe in your recent past you found it hard to make a decision. You're feeling all over the place. That inner knowingness was gone. There was that lack of clarity. And to clarify that, in your recent past, you have the Seven of Wands, okay, in the reverse. Now, the Seven of Wands upright, you could have been dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Doesn't have to be, could have been in your chart. Okay, the sevens represent the Chariot, being in control, knowing, having that willpower, knowing whether to turn left or right. It represents perseverance in this case. And wands represent creativity, journeys, okay, in your recent past. Okay, see that this person is persevering, okay, has that willpower to go through with what he or she is going through. It's like he climbing every mountain. It could have something to do with a job or anything, a relationship, being strong. But in the reverse, you had this in the reverse in your recent past. There's that lack of strength, that lack of willpower. It's like something was out of control. It's like you had given up on something. It could have been a job, a relationship. Maybe for some of you, you had felt tired. That inner strength was gone. Lots of you felt stuck or confused. That inability to see clearly, especially with the High Priestess in the reverse. Now this, as I said, this may have something to do with a job that wasn't working out right, or a relationship, a love relationship, any sort of relationship, or a journey, or something that did not work out as planned, as you had hoped. Could have been a creative project. And maybe you gave up on it. For some, remember, it's a general reading. To clarify, you got bravery. Spirit is trying to remind you, this isn't the time to be fearful. This isn't the time to stay on the shore, to be safe. This is the time to be brave, to take action on the things, your dreams, on the things that you want. This is the time to be adventurous. It's not the time to be fearful. Go out and do the things that you've never done before. Be adventurous. Venture out onto new territory. Do things that you've never done before. And that's where the magic happens. That's in your recent past. In your present energy, you have the Seven of Pentacles in the reversed. The Seven of Pentacles upright is, Pentacles is all about health, wealth, abundance, everything like that. And you got number 7 again, which represents the Chariot in the normal Rider-Waite deck. Okay, which represents, willpower, perseverance, being in control of where you are going. Okay, and this person is working hard to save his money, working hard for his abundance, working hard for his family, he or she. Okay, working hard for their family, to save money, to keep it together. The Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign, doesn't have to be. You could have it in your chart. Okay, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Okay, but unfortunately, that's what happens if you have it upright. But you had it in reverse. So in this present energy, Cancer, there's something, just one moment, let me get this energy. There's something that you feel that's out of your control for some of you. As I was saying before, there's something that you feel that's out of your control. Or you've given up on. Or there may have been delays within work, a job opportunity or travel, or you didn't get the promotion that you thought you were going to get at this time. But I heard Spirit is saying all in divine timing. Maybe you've just given up. Maybe you thought a certain creative project just wouldn't work. Maybe a certain somebody advised you that this idea wouldn't work. Or maybe you're telling yourself this. Okay? Let's clarify this. Yes, you have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Now, 8 of Cups is, number 8 represents the strength card in the normal tarot. Okay? Cups is all about emotions, opportunities. This could be about a relationship, it doesn't have to be. Okay, but this person is walking away from things that no longer serve them and starting anew. Maybe walking away from toxicity, a toxic relationship, a job that no longer serves them. Okay, and being brave and starting again. This person is climbing that mountain, looking and searching for something better, walking towards the sun. Okay, but in reverse, this came out in the reverse underneath your present energy. You got this in the reverse, Cancer. which means that there's some fear of change, some fear of moving forward. Okay, maybe some of you are looking back instead of moving forward. Maybe lots of you are feeling stuck. Okay, I think Spirit wants you to make an effort. Spirit wants you to change your perception of something. Maybe this may not be your energy. This may be somebody close to you. I may be wrong. This may be, as I said, this may be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus, or it could be a water sign. You are a water sign. This could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Could be any sign. It could be somebody close to you, a partner, a friend, a family member, or a colleague. It doesn't have to be your energy. To clarify, you've got connection. This speaks of community. We are one. Okay? Spirit encourages you to participate with your community. Maybe do some work within your community. If you find yourself unemployed at the moment, maybe do some voluntary work or something like that. And maybe you'll find some employment, or you'll find yourself meeting somebody new. This is all about networking. Maybe you'll find yourself meeting somebody new who can assist you in some way within the community. Okay? This is all about new experiences, new pathways, okay? Networking with different people. And the only way we can do that is by walking onto new territory, okay? Making an effort to make a difference in the world. But that's not by doing the same thing over and over again. Because as they say, if you always do what you always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Okay, so if you always do what you've always done, if you always wake up in the morning and you do the same old thing, you'll always get what you've always got. But if you wake up and you do something different, you'll get something new. Okay, Cancer? So course of action, underneath course of action, you have the Strength card in the reverse. Now the Strength card, you could be dealing with the Leo. It doesn't have to be. But the Strength card, that's in it. It speaks of courage, willpower, and everything like that. But with this coming in the reverse, it's lack of power. Okay, lack of strength. It speaks of some insecurities. Maybe you feel insecure about something, or somebody close to you may feel insecure about something. Maybe you have to step back and think about and ask yourself this question. Do I feel insecure or fearful about taking the next step? Or does somebody close to me that I may be able to help feel insecure or fearful about something, about making changes, good changes, good and positive changes. Okay, this is underneath your course of action. Something that you need to think about, making those positive changes and having the courage to make these positive changes, to take that next step. Also, to clarify this, underneath the strength card in your course of action, you have the Hierophant. Now, you could be dealing with a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. Okay. But the Hierophant talks about ethics. It talks about traditions. Maybe maybe it's a certain belief system that you've been following. Maybe, let me start again. Maybe there is a certain belief system that you've been following ever since you were a child. This is for some of you, not for all of you. Maybe it's somebody that's close to you again. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a friend that only has one way of looking at things. Maybe it has something to do with your religion. Maybe it has something to do with your background, your ethnic background. So if it has something to do with your religion, for example, maybe you believe that this is just a rough example, you need to get married before having sex or something like that. I don't know. It's just, which is fair enough. I'm not judging. I'm not judging here. Everybody's different. Everybody has a right to their own beliefs, and maybe that was a bad example. I think that was a bad example. Okay, let me think of another example. Because everybody does have different religions to be respected, and but everybody has, let me start again. From their parents, from when you were, there's, say if you were traumatized, maybe that's, trauma may be a good one. They can instill fears and phobias and things like that. And if you haven't dealt with certain traumas from your past, it could be difficult for you to move on. Okay, if you haven't dealt from childhood, or it could be from 5 years ago, it could be difficult for you to move on. It could be difficult for you to change. That's just one example. And there are different ethics. There are work ethics. There are certain ways of looking at things. Okay, and if you don't change the way that you think, if you don't open yourself up to new ways of thinking and adapt with change, it's going to be hard for you to move on and to keep up with the world. It's just like with me, an example. I think it was hard for me and it's still hard for me when it comes to technology. It could be as simple as that. adapting with technology and trying to keep up with with the changes of technology when it comes to the computers and phones and everything like that. So there are different belief systems, behaviours, and the way we adapt to society, ways of being, okay? And yeah, with your insecurities, it may have come from when you were younger. Maybe your parents didn't encourage you when you were younger. You know, maybe they didn't know better themselves. They didn't encourage you to do things, to do certain activities. Okay, they didn't encourage you to do things that you love doing. But Spirit is saying, don't be afraid. Another number 8, 8 of Wands, speaks of creativity and journeys and taking that action. It speaks of perseverance. This is under your course of action. So they want you, Spirit wants you to be adventurous, wants you to step up and take that action, not to be afraid, to be courageous, to have that, Wands, all about fire, all about passion. Follow your passion. Don't be afraid. To clarify under course of action, you've got expansion. For some of you, may be time to expand on something that you started, that you thought that, maybe you gave up on, or maybe that you can't expand. Maybe you thought you couldn't go any further on. But Spirit is saying, yes, you can. You can just walk on a different road. I keep on hearing my mentor used to always say, there's always another way. There's always another way to do things. If you think, thank you, Joanne. If you think there isn't, there's always another way. There's always another way. Just do your research. Do your research carefully. Do it with caution, but there's always another way. And it's time to go on an adventure. Okay? Go to places that you've never been before, as I was saying. And that's where you meet new people. That's where the magic happens. That's where the ideas and inspiration comes in for you to expand or for you to begin anew. And the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Fate. For some endings and new beginnings with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and underneath you've got the 6 of Wands, recognition and success. That's what came out in my meditation for some of you. And I meditate before I pre-shuffle. So those messages came from Spirit before I pre-shuffled. And look, some of you are being promoted, are getting that recognition from your peers, your colleagues, or whatever the situation may be. So I just want to get my notepad back here. If you create the job, create That's all I heard. Create the job, create the wealth. The wealth will come in. So don't be afraid, it will come in. Whatever ideas that you have, big or small, Spirit is saying it will be successful. And some may receive recognition or promotion. That's what I have. And I heard in my meditation, perseverance. Okay. Okay. Let me get the oracle of the seven energies. Thank you for your patience, Cancer. Okay, to clarify this reading for the energy of Cancer, for the zodiac sign of Cancer for March 2022, please. For their recent past, present energy. Oh, you got two. Thank you, Spirit. You have the Oracle's Gift, number 37. Beautiful. And you have Let It Go, 24. I'll read you both. Okay. One moment, I'll just get my book. 37. The Oracle's Gift. When we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. And so, we ask for signs and look for a mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside us. Oracles show up in mirrored ways. Sometimes you see a billboard or hear a song or pull an oracle card, and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. Regardless of how the sign appears, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of this vast universe. You are witnessed by the great mystery and loved and cared for. It is a reminder that life is magical. You are magical. Today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune in to source, and also be able to read the signs reflecting what is true and real within you. Let this oracle give you the gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. Repeat the mantra. The light within me creates miracles in my life. The magic inside you, outside you, all around and within you. That's very true. You just need to believe in yourself, Cancer. Number 24, we got Let It Go. Let's see what this is about, letting it go. What do you need to let go? Number 24, let it go. Okay, there are times in life when you must forgive, lest you become a hostage to your anger, frustration, disappointments, and resentments. This is not about condoning bad behaviour or minimising a hurt done to you. Forgiveness is simply a commitment to stop telling an old story so you don't carry its burden anymore. If you don't forgive, old hurts fester and become distorted, causing you pain over and over again. You become trapped in a prison of your own making. tied to the story that you were a victim. It's time to cut the invisible cords attaching you to the situation and preventing you from moving forward. What were we talking about? Maybe past traumas, okay, Cancer? Past traumas preventing you from moving forward right here in the Eight of Cups. The truth is, you are victimizing yourself every time you recreate the unresolved hurt in your mind or speak of it with friends. Rather than allow this folly to repeat, surrender the situation to your higher power. Now is the time for radical forgiveness. Say no to drama in all forms and forgive yourself and others for engaging in it. Consider the ancient Hawaiian practice known as, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ho'oponopono. This simple prayer is a beautiful way to begin the process of forgiveness. I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you. It's based on the idea that we are all responsible for the reality we see in the world. If something is awry, whether it's your perception, your emotional reactions, your judgment, and so forth, it's up to you to clean it up. Forgiveness is the key to the liberated and meaningful life. No matter what method you choose, just do it. Okay, so we need to forgive. Forgive and be courageous. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic month and thank you so much for your support. And take care. Much love and light to you all, Cancer.